Hey everyone. In today's video, we're going to see about MCP and how to implement MCP with some simple code. Here I've used LangGraph in order to have a better model to maintain a workflow. So let me start with MCP and how it actually varies from MCP server. So we have two things. First is MCP protocol and MCP server. Because in general, we used to get confused with these two actually. Both are not same, but it is interrelated with each other. When I explain the entire stuff, you will get to know about it. So let me start with the basic implementation with Gemini, which I have. I didn't paste the API key. Um, which is secured information, which I can't. You should get one on yourself. So MCP is like mostly it is for LLM and a related use case. Here, I just wanted a text summarization, a simple summary of a large text or email or anything it may be. So I just pasted a LLM key and version of model, anything that you are comfortable with, or for summary, you don't have to go for pro version or something. Even latest, not latest, like Gemini 1.5 Flash is enough for it. It has enough vocabulary to have a good summary. So what I do is, as I said in the early video, MCP is a client and server communication basically. So when we say MCP protocol, it is like a roadmap or something like map or a script that how MCP server need to perform the entire task. So, for example, if you are giving a structure to it, like I wanted to perform a summarization task using LLM, I need to fetch the information from DB, and at last I should get a summary of a particular text. So this is my script. So I'm just giving that as a instruction to it. So it may be in this JSON format where you have a context, data, and review. Review in the sense your text information. So here I fetch the data from DB and I save that as a rows. In rows field, you will have all the information about the particular table which I took from the DB, and from there I take I take information or text row wise. From row wise, I'll get a summary of it. So this is the protocol is the context and data. Finally, the task is to perform classification. So here the classification needs to be done like positive, neutral, negative. Here I'm doing a classification task. So it does. So here the protocol is not a server actually, where it does for every row. It is not for a specific thing, and once it is done. Like it is not having any communication between any API or something. It is a basic structure where you instruct this tool to do the task. It is like basic LLM that we do in general, where you can just fetch the data, have it in CSP, and row-wise iteration, and finally you will have a separate column with the output or something. We can just write it down. So it is a basic thing. But when we go on MCP server, altogether we'll have a model. So here, what I'm having is so in MCP server, as I said, we can have multiple server in the sense like tools and softwares related to each other in order to do our expected task. Here, as I said before, I'm going to do a summarization, actually text summarization basically. So I have added LangGraph to it in order to have the state and memory information. I mean the node. So what I'm doing is I initiated with the summary state in order to have a task to be stored, what it need to be done. So I initiated this function and the same LLM I'm giving. And here, if you see, I have given the function for summarization. I mean, the text field it need to be done, and prompt is to summarize this text in simple terms, and we'll get a response stored in this particular state. As I have not mentioned before, uh, state summary is my memory, which can be stored the current information. Whenever there is a request passed, it will throw that the last stored information as an output. So that is what this state summary do. And here is the LangGraph function where you need to install the LangGraph package actually. Yeah, I forgot to mention this. MCP is not a package actually. It is not a package or a model. It is a protocol where you can structure the entire workflow. That's all it is. Because I had this confusion before where we imported MCP. So that is one. So LangGraph actually has the packages for dependencies like state and node. I mean the state graph. So what you need to do is just specify what it need to be your state and your node. So node is your result basically. Here it is summarization after, and the state graph, which is basically in previous cell we have a summary state. That is the instruction that we gave, right? Like summarize this text in simple term. So we have like maintained the node and state. Here the entry point and finish point is the in graph we mentioned, right? Like the arrow mark from start and end. So that is what the entry point and finish point is. From where it need to start and where it need to end. That we need to specify. And at last our MCP, which I build using Fast API. As we know that it can communicate with the help of API. So I'm using Fast API for it. So here the workflow is actually invoked with the text data, and at last we need to get a summary out of it. So the JSON here we are seeing it is original and summary in the format of where you give a text as an input here. That's your post command. At the result you will get the summary out of it. So in this format, that's your output JSON, which will be stored uh, in a particular instance or based on the time or any field that you wanted to have as a record. You can just have it along with this JSON. So that's how this entire communication will be done. So how it is actually differs from a regular flow is, in order to have like entire data fetch and saved in local and do this thing, MCP can be done from your local and instruct the multiple servers to do your task. It does by itself instead of like having everything stored in a particular bucket or CSV or anything. We can just directly give a ID of your text or from your folder. You can just mention that and it takes that particular information and gives you the result of it. So you need to define how efficient it can be. Just go through like simple things in MCP because when you personally work on it, then only you can actually understand the flow. If you're like reading manually or from any blog or something, you won't get it. I mean, you can understand, but you can't just build something on your own. The ultimate way is to just build on your like own hands from scratch. You can vibe code also using Cursor AI or ChatGPT or anything. That is your thing. You can use Claude also. But in order to understand like from scratch, you need to build on yourself. So just try this model I'll give this thing. I'll paste the entire code in my Discord page or GitHub somewhere. I'll just put this in my description to this entire flow so that you can have a better understanding, and also try on your own with different use cases, or even simple it may be. Just create one structure, one protocol for it, so that you will understand the entire flow. Just execute one simple run so that you will know how it is actually communicating, and you can also add multiple tools to it, like consecutive, like multiple APIs to it, so that you will have the big flow. The structure will be more, and you will get more understanding on this. So I hope this video finds you well. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.